live stream on OBS. Just give me a heads up if it's all good in the Discord, please. Just a simple all good. Perfect. Cool. Okay, I'm standing up, so the setup is slightly different. Apologies for the slight delay. Went out this morning, so got back a little bit later. Just going to show you the TradeZilla. We'll start on the TradeZilla, and then we will go on to the trades on the NQ. So this is the month of June so far, and if I just put the live stream account on, no trades. Have we not taken any trades all week? There's an echo. Oh, I don't think I've loaded my trades this week. There shouldn't be an echo, but just let me know if there is an echo, guys. Okay, might be yours, John. Have a look. I don't think I've loaded all the trades on the... in fact, no, I haven't loaded all the trades on Trade8. So far for June, just under 90k on the month. I'm also going to just show you quickly, for those interested, we got paid last week. I don't think we have taken any trades live on stream. What day is it? So the last day we took a trade live on stream was the 18th. How crazy, guys. I mean, wow. I haven't taken a trade live on stream for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. There you go. Patience. Patience. The only trades I've taken have been overnight. And I never have any idea when they're going to trade. Unfortunately, you just have to take them when they trade. So I was just going to quickly show you the Wise account so you can all have some motivation for Thursday and see what a $20,000 or $24,000 payout looks like. Obviously, it's in UK pounds. But nonetheless, we will. I'll get it up and show you my year-to-date payouts live on stream so you can see. So this was yesterday's. Yeah, 5 payouts. This is after the fees. So obviously there's 10% fees taken off. So obviously subtract that. I think it worked out to be about £16,000, and there's another 16,000 coming today. Oh, sorry, coming this week. So I requested this one on the 17th and was paid yesterday, last night, and there's another 5 lots of these coming hopefully this week, if not it'll be next week. And we're $3,000 away from another 25k payout, which will be the 3rd payout on these set of 5 accounts. So yeah, pretty good. This is the first month in my career where I think I've made more than in my whole annual salary in my previous job before I went full-time, which was like 2 years ago. So huge accomplishment. Incredible. Let's break down the charts. Just wanted to give out some motivation there and also tap my ego. Pat my ego on the back. Zoom, we're not on Zoom right now, guys. We're not on Zoom right now. Get with the program. We're on YouTube, motherfucker. Okay, so looking on the NQ on the daily, it's important. Oh, just before the daily, I just want to break down because yesterday I was struggling to... Thank you, John. There's a slight delay, so I'm just looking at the pictures. I'm looking at the messages before. Just on the... just before we go to the daily, I want to really, if there's one thing I can teach anyone who's trying to pay attention to this is if you have your expectations in line with the ATRs, you will not be, what's the word? You will not be disappointed. If we can all ingrain that in our brains, if we can align our daily expectations with the daily ATR, we will not be disappointed, right? We will not be unsure of what's going on, right? It will make complete sense. So with that being said, yesterday, does anyone, I mean the answer's on the screen, but does anyone know how many points we traded on the RTH on the full session yesterday? Does anyone know how many points on the NQE traded for the full session yesterday? The answer is on the screen. But I want to see who's paying attention. Because this should be interactive. I need a prop. Yes, Sam. Well done. 163 points. I will not be anal and say you were off by 3 ticks because I'm not that type of guy. 163 points. Why is that important? Why is that important? Yeah, so the RTH, it's annoying because there's a slight delay. The RTH was 160 points. Okay? I'm going to just try and see if I can change the latency. I don't know how to do it. Oh, wait there. I don't think it'll let me do it whilst I'm in there. Oh, it says low latency. Anyway, we traded 45% of our average true range on the day yesterday. So if you're sat there wondering why we took no trades, that is your answer. I will not trade when there is 160 points on the table. I mean, that's a lie. There was actually 364 points on the table, and we didn't even trade half of that. That's a thumbs down. That's a thumbs down. We don't trade those type of days. We do not trade those type of days, okay? And also on the RTH, Lucian, you're right. Someone who mentioned it, or NQ Trader, RTH, garbage. Absolute garbage. 160 points on the RTH. Like, you know, come on. So, yes, there was some slight opportunity, but it was short-lived, right? And this is where it's going to get juicy. This is where, for those who are saying, Callum, why didn't you take a short? I took a short and I made money. Callum, why didn't you take a long? I took a long and I made $20,000. Talk to me in 5 years' time. Talk to me in 5 years' time, right? The reason I didn't take any trades yesterday, again, apart from the ATRs, even though the ATR is the main compass or function of my trading, there is other reasons why. For those of you who have not been around for the past couple of months, unfortunately, I can't go back in time. All I can say is, you know, this whole move here, all of this move, I mean, it's no surprise that I'm having my best quarter, best year ever with a trade like this. This was your weekly, and I'm going to keep going over it because it's so important. This is your weekly, same anchor new high, ATR reversal bar to the upside, weekly halfway back, full negative 100 completion. If you don't understand what I just said then, either, not to be rude, just buy the masterclass and it'll make sense, or just stick around and go through the education, and trust me, it will make a lot of sense, because this is money. This is absolutely money, right? So this was the setup that we've been trading for the past quarter now, and it's just been absolute money. So halfway back traded, full negative 100 went to that trade yesterday. Am I still holding longs from this halfway back? No, that's not the point. The point is we trade with the bias that we had in our screen, and this was what the bias was, right? We know what our bias is, and all we have to do is follow that bias, i.e. buy pullbacks, do not short uptrends, right? Very, very simple, yet so many people still try to short uptrends, which is crazy. Okay, so then what did we do? We went into a high to high. Beautiful, aggressive, ATR up 24% in a week. Sorry, 24%, what was this? 17%, sorry, 16.5% in a day. High to high trades, full negative 100, same anchor new high, extension holds all the way to its negative 23. I mean, what more do we want, right? What more do we want? This is literally what we trade for, right? This is I've got this screenshot on my website, on my homepage, because it is literally, I will get it printed on that wall shortly. Going into today, or going back to yesterday, sorry, where did we come up into? This is that 520s, ATR into it. This was the potential area to be cautious. Why? Obviously all-time highs, but that's not the point. The point is it's that weekly negative 100. They are such large levels. Do not get chopped around on those levels. I've done it, and you don't need to do it, right? Just, if I'm not trading, there's a reason why. The only trade that we had, that traded yesterday on Wednesday, sorry, that traded, where are we? Wednesday, this was the half, 1 second. This was the tradition, this was the high to high. This was the high to high on the 38 and the 50. Let me just go back. So going all the way back to Monday, this was obviously the traditional that traded. We traded the 61, we traded a traditional out of that move. I'm just gonna open my door, it's boiling in here. This was the high to high that traded. This was the high to high that traded. And play the extensions until they break. 38 held all Wednesday. I didn't take the long. It did go all the way to completions. And I don't think we haven't yet traded any same anchor new highs. Okay, so the only real thing that I can do in this area is literally wait for a valid pullback, which is going to be a while till we get it. But yeah, this is the only real draws that I'm paying attention to, and you're just going to have to be really patient, guys, unfortunately. You know, you could lower your standards for sure, and if you really want to, I will talk about those extensions, but you just have to be aware that these draws are just going to be less likely to play out, and they will break at some point, right? Like all extensions do, they will break. But if you're scratching to take a trade, this is all you're going to be able to do. Technically speaking, the high to high has broken, so this is the first time it broke. The same anchor new high, let's just see where that is. Yeah, we haven't traded it. We haven't traded it. So all I'm going to do for now, I'm just going to look at the RTH for now just to see what there was, because obviously we had a halfway back, which is the only draw I've really been paying attention to, and that was on Tuesday. That was at the 305. That did trade a halfway back into the close, which has also gone full completion, right? So, I mean, sorry, like it's just so tricky to find anything here. But the only thing you have is this same anchor new high from Tuesday. Tuesday traded on RTH. I will see if it trades on the RTH today. We opened on that level and we have traded it multiple times. That completion is above us, 615s. That is going to trade at some point. I have 650s as my weekly magnitude level. So that is going to trade. It's just finding an entry. So the RTH wise, the only entries I have is pretty much going to be, call it 440s. And remember how important 440s has been for the whole week, right? It's been an absolute huge level. I'm just trying to read some of the comments. 440s, huge level. You have to just take it until it breaks, i.e. breaks and holds below the 62. That also lines up really, really nicely with the previous day RTH low. So if you break and hold, if you break this 61, do not be mad or disappointed that you get stopped. Take the stop with grace. Accept that stop and be thankful that you got stopped, because that's an invalidation. If you then get back above that level and you start trading under overs, you either just sit on hands, accept that it's choppy, or you take another stab. Because guess what? You can always take another trade, right? You can always take another trade. So for me, this is going to be the area in terms of the most aggressive area for longs today. Okay, 440s to 400s. Okay, very, very, very simple. It's also a bit of the overnight open. Now, if you want to be more aggressive and wait for those cleaner pullbacks, I would be looking at the extended trading session, and I would be going to the half-an-hour time frame, and I would be looking for the high to high from Monday's draw. That to me is just that would be much, much cleaner. And to be honest, I really would not mind a full same anchor new high. The reason I wouldn't mind this draw is because this whole area lines up. If you zoom out and look left, this whole area, look how many highs there are. Highs, 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 highs. This would be a beautiful, beautiful break and retest of this area to go up, right? That would be absolutely A+. Do I know if we're going to get it? I don't know for sure if we're going to get it, but if we do get that pullback, best believe I'm going to be looking for longs in this area, okay? And in terms of the ATRs for the day, just for those, before I break this down on live on Zoom, just for those interested, In terms of our magnitude for the day, and don't be surprised by these moves, you should be fully expecting us to move 200 points from the high of today. From the RTH high, you should be expecting anywhere between 22,770s. Do not be surprised if we get that move. That is within range. That is within magnitude for the day. And to the downside, do not be shocked if we get moves all the way down to 22,300, similar level to yesterday. That level's still there from yesterday. Do not be shocked if we get those levels. In terms of the full day session, we're talking about, call it 190. So it's pretty much the same sort of levels. Yeah, pretty much the same. So this is going to be the magnitude for the day. I will just mark those off so we can see them. So again, magnitude for the day, I don't want to be long above this level. I don't care if it goes up even above this level. It doesn't bother me. I just do not want to be long above that level. And likewise, I wouldn't short this market anyway, but I wouldn't want to be holding any shorts below this level. Even if we go lower, I don't care, because that's our ATR for the day, okay? If you have your expectations in line with the ATR, you will never be disappointed, okay? And also, going back to yesterday, sorry for the long sort of a breakdown this morning, but there is a lot to break down. Again, reason why I didn't take a short or long yesterday. Daily negative 100, traded that weekly extension at 528, beautiful. We actually did trade a micro halfway back, and it completed the 23 and went same anchor new low, and traded and closed below the 61.8 and traded a full 61.8 triple bottom low. And then we have actually set up this traditional that traded at 3:30 in the afternoon, and that is when we went all the way into our negative 100, same anchor new high traded, 62 completion, same anchor new high. Again, aggressive entry there, potentially at 510s if you want to look at that. But they're the levels that I'm going to pay attention to. I will now load up Zoom and take any trades live on stream. So if you aren't a member and you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description and we will go on Zoom straight after this. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Link is in the description below and I will jump on Zoom now.